Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Operation Devil's Brigade. And we are playing turn 6 for the USA and the KMT. And you know what? I just got alerted that on my other YouTube channel, General Hand Grenades video has just popped up just when I was saying this. So definitely go check out Operation Crimson Tide if you guys are interested in that. But anyways, I digress. That was exciting for me. Sorry I had to share that moment. We are going to build 8 infantry, 3 transports, 2 destroyers, a naval base, and the KMT is going to save $2 and build 2 infantry this turn. So, what are we doing? Well, we're doing a few attacks this turn, some minor, some more greater than others, but let's just do a brief overview. The Enterprise and the Hornet are going to send their fighter squadrons from Hawaii, go 1, 2, and 3, and land back in Midway, and we'll get to that in a bit. But they're going to send their planes here to attack these destroyers. And same with these planes here, with the Lexington Yorktown group, are doing the same. And we'll do the non-combat movements later. This Strat Bomber is doing a combat movement, moving all the way down into the Dutch East Indies and attacking that destroyer there. Non-combat movements, you can see roughly what is going to be going on. In China, we have 3 combat areas, well, technically 2, but 3 fronts we're attacking, seeing what's going to go on in China. And then over here, we're attacking, once again, Norway, of all places. The Americans are coming in with full force, and we'll get to that in a bit here. But let's just start rolling here in the Pacific, shall we? We've done our buy. We've gone through everything. I don't think we're missing anything. So let's just do what we have to do here. We have 2 tacticals here that are going to have target select at 3. Hopefully they make their hits against the destroyers, and they will miss their hits. But we'll take our blue dice with our 3s. We're going to roll those right at the bat, just see what happens. And then we also have 6 fighters. We got 1 hit out of them, so 1 destroyer is dead without a reply. And then we have 6 fighters here. And we definitely got a hit there. So let's roll the defense on the 1 destroyer. And hopefully it misses. That'll be a 2. And that is a miss. So we have successfully sunk these 2 destroyers in C-Zone 16. Now down here we have the Strat Bomber making a movement, and we can follow the C-Zones, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think they have an airbase too, but they can land regardless on the island of Java if they so choose. And we're going to be attacking that. Now I believe we have 4 dice, if I remember this correctly, and 2s. And that's only 3, but nonetheless, we do have a hit. I don't think it gets a reprisal, but if it does, let's just roll it. If it does. Now that's a hit, but I don't know if it does or not. But regardless, let's just say the plane survives. If not, whatever, we'll worry about that later. I would love to see your guys' comments, because you guys, or many of you guys, know this game far more better than I. Down here in China, we have 2 infantry in Hunan, and 1 in Hopei. They're attacking up against that guy in Anhui. So, we have 3 infantry at 1. We're going to roll that bad boy. Misses all around. And then we're going to roll our defensive infantry, the Japanese. And they got a hit. So that takes 1 of our dice off. And we got 2 more. And we got a hit. So that one way or another, we're taking the territory, but how many casualties is the question. So we are taking the territory with at least 2. So that is good for the Chinese. So we push on through, and they will take Anhui. up here in Shahar, we're doing a lonely one-on-one. We're just going to have some fun with this. Let's just see what happens. So the Chinese are attacking with a white die, and we'll roll the defender at the same time. Why not? And that was a useless, fruitful battle because the Japanese defended that very well. And that guy is now dead. We have non-combat movements, but we'll do that in a bit. We're going to fly on over here, down here, and we are moving 2 infantry out. And we're going to take in a tank and an artillery with us and doing a combat move up into Norway against 2 infantry. But nonetheless, we're also bringing in, we have a cruiser land shot, and we also have the tactical bomber and the fighter coming off the carrier. So we'll just place these guys here. We're going to roll our TAC and our fighter. Hopefully we have target select. See what we get. Misses. Now, I've never actually had a cocked dice like this. And forgive me, but I actually probably want to re-roll this because this is a rare anomaly. It's a dice 4. I don't think it really makes a difference, but it didn't land flat, so we do have a hit there. So that's the fighter. So we lose they lose an infantry, but it's not a target select, so he does get to roll back. And yes, then we also have our tank, which we have another hit, but we'll just keep on rolling just for fun. We have the 2 infantry, which I believe 1 attacks at 1. That's a miss. And then we have the artillery supported with 2 misses, but we still have our 2 hits. Oh, and sorry, I forgot about the cruiser, which attacks with the bombard as well, which is 1. So because I forgot that, it's no big deal. I'm going to let the infantry retaliate with both their dice. And we got 1 hit. So we're going to take 1 infantry off, put them in the dead pool, and we're going to climb up there because we're going to retake Norway back. Sorry for the mess, guys. It's been a very busy and trying time. And we're going to put down our lovely Lee Sculpt. For some reason, I love that tank. Not a very practical tank, but I love that tank nonetheless. The Americans go up $3. And these transports here, and this is part of the non-combat movements, but we should get into that. Obviously, these transports here from this sea zone took these troops up, combated. So they're going to be here, but we're going to replace them because these 2 infantry are going to go over to the United Kingdom. And the planes that we're attacking, well, let's just take this back, move this here. The planes that we're attacking are going to fly back because the carrier was actually going to do a non-combat movement into the English Channel. The cruiser is staying in that sea zone, and that's what we have there. We do have, and I forgot to declare it, if you let me do it, that's fine. Well, actually, you know what, no, I forgot about it, it's my bad. Nope, I can't do that, that's not right. So that's our attack on Norway, and that's our defense right now. Just trying to think what else we have here. So we have our non-combat movements here. This bomber right here is going to fly over to Norway. Sorry, not Norway. To the United Kingdom. And then another B-36 Peacemaker flying into that zone. And then we have 2 transports, and we're just going to put this down here. Just correct that. Let's do a wide shot, shall we? 2 transports, and then we have 2 infantry and 2 mechs landing in Gibraltar. And we're going to put these bad boys down here. And these transports come on down here as well with this destroyer. Now we have a destroyer coming up from Argentina. He can't quite make it because he doesn't have a naval base, but he can still move too. And he'll go into sea zone. You know what? Let's just go into sea zone 88. Why not? Done deal. Okay. And then we've done our attacks in Norway there. We have our fleet carrier, the USS Essex, with her escort destroyer in the port there, and our 2 transports are going to be picking up some British troops in that sea zone. Over here we got some non-combat movements back in China. Sea King into Shenxi, Shenxi into Hopei. Simple, easy, nothing to worry about here. Since we're talking about China right now, we have 2 units over here, and we'll just quickly grab them. One's going to go into Suyan, and the other one, I believe, can go into Anhui. But for some reason, if you take over territory, I don't think you can. If it can't go into Anhui, it's no big deal. Where it'll go into Yunnan. But I would prefer it if we're going to Anhui. For some reason, I'm having a brain fart there. Anyways, we'll worry about that in the corrections. No worries there. Now, the big Pacific Fleet non-movements down here. So this is kind of a key thing here. I'm going to do this one step at a time. These ships here are going to take these 2 infantry, bring them on in to Midway, as well as this artillery and this anti-aircraft gun, as well as into Midway. And we got 2 transports and a destroyer. That is done. Now, we had our planes engage in this attack up here, so these combat arrows are now gone. But we're going to bring the carriers down here, as well as the planes are going to return to the flight decks. I just realized, was there a return hit on that destroyer? If so, I'll have to take a plane back. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. I do apologize. I'm gonna have to go. I'll have to rectify that. If there was an actual return hit, we'll have to take a plane off of it. But anyways, these guys come down here. The planes will land. Same here in Hawaii. We have all 3 capital ships and their support vessels moving on into here as well, into Midway. And we got this guy right here, right there. So now we have probably the biggest assemble of naval power in the world right now, with 4 fleet carriers, 2 battleships, and several of their escorts. Looks like 4 destroyers and 2 cruisers, along with some transports in that sea zone. Now these guys down here, once again, with the non-combat arrows, they're going all the way down to Queensland with the destroyer. So that's 2 transports and a destroyer down here into Queensland area, which is Sea Zone 54. I think that's it, guys, for non-combats. I'm not trying to rush this video, but I actually think it is. I do apologize if it's not. And we can place our units. So we have, sorry, wait. Is there any more non-combat movements? Yes, there is. Sorry. Up here, these guys are going to leave this sea zone. They can go only a limited path, but they're going to go 1 into this sea zone here, and then 1 into 109 on this other side of the border. So, sorry. I think that's the only non-combat movements. Yes, I think so. So, now what we're going to do here is we're going to place 1 transport on this side, 2 transports on the west coast, 4 infantry on the east coast. Sorry if I didn't say that correctly. But yes, 4 infantry here on the east coast and 2 transports. I'm using my attack transports just because I have limited sculpts available. We also have a destroyer being built on that side as well. All right. And over here, as I said before, that one of the transports ends up there, but also we have 4 infantry landing in Western United States as well. On top of that, we have 1 destroyer going into Sea Zone 10, one naval base going into Midway Island itself. Look at that. Look at that mighty fleet. So guys, this is the end of the turn for the Americans. And that is where we sit right now. We'll see what happens, see what the Japanese decide to do next turn. Maybe, just maybe, we'll have a battle of Midway. Only if the Japanese attack us. But they're probably not going to do it. They don't have the strength. They are too cowardly. But it would be nice if they did. But they have to attack. Because that's the way the Battle of Midway happened. But one way or another, we're going to have some fun next turn. That'll be turn 7, guys. But definitely check out Admiral Bulk for his German turn for turn 7. And see where his German forces are going to go for turn 7. That'll be interesting when we get there. Hambone still has his turn up next, so keep an eye out for that. That's the UK turn, and the Italian turn still has to go, plus the Commonwealth turn. But until we get there, hopefully you guys had a good week. And this is Panzer King in the Lion's Den signing off. One final thing. Deposition of forces. Well, we have 4 carriers, 6 fighters, 2 tactical bombers, 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, 4 destroyers, 2 transports, 2 infantry, artillery, and anti-aircraft in the Midway Sea Zone of 25. And the troops are on the island. Hawaii, we have 2 infantry there, and 2 anti-aircraft guns. Up here in the western United States, transport, 4 infantry, and destroyer. Down here we have Sea Zone 54, 2 transports, a destroyer, 2 infantry, a mech, and an artillery. Island of Java, we have 1 heavy strat bomber. Iwo Jima, we have 2 infantry up there. Not much has changed. China, 4 infantry in Szechuan, 1 in Shenxi, 1 in Suyan, 1 in Hopei, 2 in Anhui, but I can't remember if I can place 1 in there or not. Otherwise, we have 1 in Hunan. Scrolling over here, we have 3 mech and 2 infantry and anti-aircraft in Gibraltar, with a destroyer, 2 transports, and a destroyer in Sea Zone 88. We have the USS Essex here down there in Sea Zone, I forget which one, that's just the English Channel there. Destroyer, 2 transports, a cruiser, a tank, and infantry, and a artillery. God, if I can remember that. 2 transports, a destroyer, 4 infantry over here in the eastern United States, guys. Take care. We'll see you soon. Hopefully you guys will be rooting for the Allies, and we'll pull through till absolute victory. Stay classy, guys.